Thanks for joining us this evening on TKO8 Local News. Harrison police say the body of a 52-year-old woman found dead in a room at the Days Inn in Harrison has been sent to the state crime lab for an autopsy. Police Chief Paul Woodruff says 52-year-old Carol Lynn Sands, who showed a Lead Hill address, checked into the motel on Monday. A motel employee called police Tuesday requesting a welfare check on Sands because she hadn't been seen since the previous day. Police entered the room and found Sands sitting in a chair with a blanket wrapped around her. She was also connected to an oxygen machine that was still running. Woodruff went on to say that officers also located a camouflage bag containing more than a pound of methamphetamine along with a sizable amount of cash. He added that there were no signs of foul play on Sands, but due to her age and medical condition, her body was sent to the crime lab in Little Rock to determine the exact cause of her death. The Arkansas Supreme Court has rejected an effort to block the execution of a man convicted of a 1996 murder of a Boone County teen. Justices denied a motion Thursday to block the execution of 40-year-old Jason McGee, one of 8 inmates scheduled to be put to death in April by lethal injection. McGee's lawyer had requested his death sentence be vacated and sent to a lower court for resentencing, claiming there were problems with the verdict forms at his resentencing. The motion was filed by McGee's lawyers 2 weeks before Governor Hutchinson scheduled the executions last month. The state announced recently there was an adequate supply of the lethal injection drugs to proceed with the executions, which are to take place over a 10-day period in the month of April. McGee was convicted in January of 1998 by a Baxter County jury of the brutal murder of 15-year-old John Thomas Melbourne, Jr. of Harrison. In addition to the capital murder conviction, the jury convicted him of kidnapping as well. Scott Glenn Willett of Gassville, Arkansas, was sentenced to 8 years in prison on charges that he burned his mother's home on Wildcat Shoals Road in early September of last year, even after emotional testimony from his mother in which she said she had forgiven her son for his actions and begged the court to spare her son of jail time. Willett will also owe restitution in the case, representing the value of the mobile home as well as the personal belongings destroyed in the blaze, with the exact figure to be determined later. When sentencing, Judge John Putman said Willett had caused a great deal of pain for his mother, and he had been put in a position to cause her even more pain when he turned down the request for leniency and gave Willett prison time. Putman added that you can't have people burning down houses out of anger without suffering the consequences. The Harrison Board of Education voted Thursday night to enter into a contract negotiation with Willard, Missouri School Assistant Superintendent Dr. Stuart Pratt to be Harrison's new superintendent. The board met in executive session for more than an hour and a half before returning to vote unanimously to offer the job to Pratt, who was one of the 2 finalists for the position to replace current superintendent Dr. Mindy Moss. No timetable has been announced as to when the negotiations will be finalized. Students from the Bergman School Environmental and Spatial Technology program recently received delivery of a utility trailer for use in their Transition Mission project. Last fall, the East students approached the Ozark Opportunities wanting to undertake a community project to address homelessness. As a potential solution, the students designed a micro shelter which would provide secure sleeping accommodations for up to 3 people. In support of the students' efforts, Ozark Opportunities was able to secure funding to purchase the trailer for the build of a prototype unit. The students will be presenting their project plan at the East Conference in Hot Springs. Before we take a look at the headline news from around the region, here's this week's closing livestock report from Sammy Clyde, brought to you by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte.
Spring is here, and Quality Feed Grains has Spring High Mag Loose Mineral to prevent incidents of grass tetany in your beef cattle. They're now taking orders for baby chicks through May 31st and baby ducks through April 14th. Mark your calendar for April 8th and join them for Customer Appreciation Day from 8 a.m. until 2 p.m. Quality Feed Grains with 2 locations, 4617 Highway 65 South and 311 East Prospect in Harrison.
This is Sammy Fine, Federal State Livestock Market News Service, reporting sales of North Arkansas livestock auction in Greenport Wednesday, March 15th. Cattle receipts 449, last week 674, a year ago 932. Compared to last week, feeder steers steady at $3 higher, feeder heifers mixed from $3 higher to $2 lower, mostly steady to $2 higher. Light run due to muddy conditions in the area. Slaughter cows and bulls steady to firm. Feeder steers, medium large ones, 4 to 500 pounds. 155 to 168, 5 to 600 pounds, 146 to 161, 6 to 700 pounds, 135 to 151, a couple 708 pounds at 125. Feeder heifers, medium large ones, 3 to 400 pounds, 149 to 157, 4 to 500 pounds, 139 to 147.50, 5 to 600 pounds, 130 to 137, 6 to 700 pounds, 122 to 124, few 7 to 750 pounds, 114 to 116. Replacement cows, medium large ones and 2 to 6-year-old, 900 to 1,300 pounds, second and third stage, 925 to 1225 per head. And 6 to 10-year-old, second and third stage, 750 to 900 per head. Calf pairs, medium large ones and 2, at 2-year-old, weighing 650 to 700 pounds, 50 to 75 pounds calves at 850 per pair. They were thin. 2 to 5-year-old cows, 900 to 1,250 pounds with 1 to 200 pound calves size, 1,500 to 1,650 per pair. Slaughter cows, boner 62 to 66, high dress 66 to 74.50. Lean 62 to 64, high dress 65 to 75.50. Slaughter bulls are grade 1s and 2s, 1,100 pounds, at 1 to 86, high dress 93 to 101, low dress 1 to 80. That's the market day. Sammy Fine reporting. Thank you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from your friends at Edwards Grocery. A pot of gold's worth of savings are waiting for you this week. Boneless, skinless, best choice chicken breast or tenders, only $4.99 in the 3-pound bags. Selected varieties, Turkey Hill ice cream, 2 for $5. Best choice lasagna, only $9.99. Assorted pork chops, only $1.49 per pound of the family pack. And selected varieties, Star-Kissed Chunk-Light tuna, only 59 cents.
Edwards Grocery Station money.
This is Josh from Harrison Battery and Tire. Lots of folks have been asking about roadside assistance, and now it's available. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, we can quickly and efficiently take care of your tires and battery issues with one phone call. Professional, secure, comforting to get you back on the road. No matter what time, no matter what type of vehicle you drive, call for details at 870-741-7041. Harrison Battery and Tire on the curve of Main Street in Harrison, harrisonbatteryandtire.com. Big enough to serve, small enough to care.
Police say an 89-year-old man whose body was discovered in a suitcase on a rural Arkansas farm was a World War II veteran from New York. Johnston, New York Police Lieutenant David Gilbert reports that Robert Brooks died of natural causes at his home about a month before his body was discovered in Arkansas on March the 5th. Gilbert said investigators are still trying to determine why his body was moved. 2 people considered to be caregivers of Brooks have been detained on suspicion of abuse of a corpse. Brooks served in the military and was a gunner in a B-17 bomber unit during World War II. The Arkansas House has defeated House Bill 1222 to allow parents to open tax-exempt savings accounts to defray private education tuitions, as well as giving tax credits for donations to nonprofits managing the accounts. The 47-37 vote came after one lawmaker said it was a path to school vouchers. The measure called for savings accounts worth up to $6,700 per year, managed by nonprofit organizations, allowing taxpayers to draw from savings to donate to eligible nonprofits in return for state tax credits to be limited to $3 million overall after the first year. An Arkansas Senate committee is poised to approve a bill requiring that people in public schools and government buildings use bathrooms that correspond to their birth gender, despite fears the move could lead to boycotts. Republican Senator Linda Collins Smith, whose district covers Izard, Sharp, Independence, and part of Fulton counties, wants restrooms or locker rooms in government buildings limited to members of only one sex if multiple people use it. A similar law in North Carolina prompted the NBA and the NCAA to move major sporting events out of the state. With a key supporter absent, Collins Smith removed the measure from consideration. The absentee, who backed a separate bathroom bill, is expected to vote for it when the panel meets on Monday. The Arkansas Public Service Commission has decided that customers who now get credits on their utility bills for electricity they generate at their homes and businesses will be able to continue at current rates for 20 years. The commission determined last week that existing customers will be grandfathered into the accounting process that gives utility customers the ability to get credit for the amount of energy they contribute to the grid. The state legislature has assigned the commission to revise the state's rules on net metering, which lets consumers offset up to 100% of their electric bill. And a teenager has found a 7.5-carat diamond at the state park in southwestern Arkansas. Officials at the Craters of Diamond State Park at Murfreesboro say the rock found Saturday by 14-year-old Kaylee Langford is the 7th largest found since the park was established in 1972. The teen says he spotted the diamond among rocks near a small stream. He has named it Superman's Diamond and plans to keep it as a souvenir. The park hasn't provided an estimate of the diamond's value so far. Before we take a look at the weather forecast as we move through the weekend, here's the way the stock market ended the week. We kept thinking we might get some isolated showers in the viewing area today, but most of those stayed to the south of us. Some showers and thunderstorms did pop up, particularly south of Interstate 40, but not much in the viewing area, just a few sprinkles here or there. But it was a pretty nice day. Weather-wise, even though we had overcast skies, got up to 65 mild degrees during the afternoon. Look what happens, though, as we head into the weekend. We're going back to almost summer-like temperatures after a frigid few days and our first snowfall of the year. On Saturday, looks to be a real nice day out there. Lots of sunshine. We do have to contend with somewhat of a north wind of 5 to 7 miles per hour, but still expected by late afternoon to get up to 70 degrees. Partly cloudy skies on Sunday, likewise around 74 degrees, shifting to a southerly flow. On Monday, partly cloudy skies. We may hit 80 degrees on Monday, even with partly cloudy skies. On Tuesday, scattered thunderstorms expected to be in the area as another frontal boundary to the west of us makes its way slowly through in and out of the natural state. 61 degrees on Tuesday, 60% chance of thunderstorms, and showers continue on Wednesday, about 58 degrees and 50% chance that rain showers will continue. After that, we should clear out and then temperatures start to move back up again. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO8 News continues.
Hello, Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. This time of year, people tend to be disappointed in themselves for not following through with New Year's resolutions. Well, we have a thought for you. Why New Year's resolutions? Why not New Day resolutions? Each day is an opportunity for us to start fresh, have a new attitude, be more positive, and take better care of ourselves. We're here to help by providing the natural and organic grocery and supplements that you need. Come see us at Nature's Wonders on Highway 65 in Harrison, just down from Thompson's Ace Hardware. And remember, when you start each day, make a New Day resolution to be a better and healthier you.
Welcome to our One for Everyone sales event.
We're looking for something safe.
Yeah. The 2017 Corolla, RAV4, and more come with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Does it come with the, and then it kind of...
Lane departure alert. Standard.
Oh, but does it have the thing that you're like...
Kind of like...
Ah! But it helps you stop.
Pre-collision system. Standard.
Now, during the One for Everyone sales event, get $2,000 customer cash, or qualified lessees can lease a stylish new 2017 Corolla LE for only $179 a month.
Keith. Standard.
Toyota, let's go places.
North Arkansas College traveled across the border for a baseball doubleheader. They returned home with a pair of losses as they were opposite Carl Albert Junior College. The Pioneers dropped their opener 14-3, the nightcap 6-2. In the opener, it was Chris Worthy who had a two RBI home run to account for the majority of the runs scored. In the nightcap, Austin Larson pitched 5 innings in the loss. Baker Wilson had an RBI sacrifice fly. Ray Gonzalez had an RBI single. The Pioneers also did battle with Evangel College JV team and came back with a split. North Ark won the first game 7-3, lost the second game 8-6. In the opener, Riley King pitched a complete game, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits and walked 2. The last run of the game for the Pioneers came in the 6th inning when Austin Passmore had a home run. North Ark will be back in action on March 25th when they play Southeastern Nebraska. Middle Tennessee State and Xavier pulled off the biggest upsets during the first round of the NCAA tournament yesterday. The 12th-seeded Blue Raiders rode Reggie Upshaw's 19 points to an 81-72 win against Minnesota. Trevin Burrett scored 21 points, and Sean Omar had 18 in the Musketeers' 76-65 decision over Maryland. March Madness continues this evening. And the Dallas Cowboys have re-signed veteran running back Darren McFadden and guard Jonathan Cooper. McFadden will go into his 10th NFL season as a backup to Ezekiel Elliott, who has the league's leading rushing as a rookie last year. Cooper gives depth on the offensive line that lost Ron Leary to Denver in a free agent trade. The Cowboys made the moves Thursday when running back Lance Dunbar left Dallas for a free agent deal with the Los Angeles Rams, and cornerback Brandon Carr signed for a 4-year deal with the Baltimore Ravens. The Atlanta Falcons have blustered their defensive lineup by agreeing to terms with a 2-time Pro Bowler, Danton Poe. The 6'3", 346-pound tackle joins All-Pro Vic Beasley Jr. and Grady Jarrett, who had 3 sacks in the Super Bowl. General Manager Thomas Derniff describes the 26-year-old Poe as a big guy that can push the pocket. Poe has played for the Kansas City Chiefs since beginning his first-round pick. He started 76 games, recorded 13 sacks over 5 seasons, while claiming Pro Bowl spots in 2013 and 2014. This past year, Poe had 2 sacks, 3 passes defended, and 1 forced fumble. The Falcons have been looking to add depth on the defensive line since releasing Tyson Jackson at the beginning of his free agency. And a court affidavit says Kansas City basketball player Josh Jackson threatened to beat women's basketball player Mackenzie Calvert during a confrontation at a Lawrence bar. The affidavit released by Douglas County Court was filed by police to justify a court summons and Jackson received on March the 7th. He's scheduled to appear in court on April the 12th on a misdemeanor charge of criminal damage to property. According to the affidavit, Calvert told police Jackson followed her to the yacht club and yelled at her to get out of her car, saying he would beat her. The confrontation came after Calvert threw a drink at her ex-boyfriend, Kansas player Lagarl Vick. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around our viewing area.
Harrison's broadcast